Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Parents who've been searching for baby formula have been wondering when things will improve. Tonight, the answer appears to be soon. Last week, an estimated 70% of normal baby formula stock was missing from stores.
And we're learning when and where some of the new shipments of formula will finally arrive. Plus, there's also new information on the conditions inside the Abbott formula plant in Western Michigan. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester is live with more. And Hank, we're now just hours away from that plant reopening.
Sandra, Karen, you're absolutely right, and that is some great news. In fact, production is going to begin tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. But a lot of you have been emailing me wondering, well, when am I going to start to see formula on store shelves like Meijer or Target? Well, we are being told it's going to happen this week. Tonight, we're learning new information about the Abbott plant in Western Michigan, the site of the baby formula controversy. We've learned that production will begin again tomorrow for the first time in weeks. And we've also learned new product will soon be making its way onto store shelves. This after the massive recall that left many parents stranded, unable to find formula. Tonight, we've learned new information about the inspection report that sent off this chain of events. Investigators finding cracks in key equipment throughout the building, leaks from the roof throughout, standing water in workplaces, and inadequate hand washing throughout the building. As for the new product, don't expect much from Abbott for weeks, but we have learned the shipments that came from overseas will soon be making their way into local stores within the next few days. That includes Meijer and Target. The FDA spokesperson says Abbott's enormous market share left it with a responsibility for producing safe infant formula that wasn't met. We will do everything in our power to work with Abbott to make this happen as quickly and safely as possible. But this timing is in Abbott's control. So crews report to work tomorrow in Western Michigan to begin production, but the FDA is going to be keeping a very close eye on this as it moves forward. They certainly don't want a repeat of what we saw earlier this year inside that facility. We're live here tonight in Detroit. Hank Winchester, help me, Hank, Local 4.
Yeah, and Hank, I know a lot of parents wondering, what about online availability of baby formula?
And Sandra, you know, you'll still find it. There are online options, Amazon and some other retailers selling the baby formula. Be careful of two things. Number one, the shipping costs. Some have gone way up. And also take a close look at how long it may take for that product to get from your purchase to your home. It could be a few weeks.
Okay.
Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Hank.
Gas prices have jumped again in Michigan and Metro Detroit. The current average of $4.97 is 13 cents higher than yesterday. Everyday people are really being impacted, especially those whose job is based around driving. Priya Mann has a closer look at how one small business is feeling the pinch.
It's rough. We're up to $200 a day.
Last year, Archie Adams paid half that for gas. Adams owns Trash Pulley Dumpster. Roofing companies and homeowners rent his dumpsters for a few days at a time. The father and son business clock a couple 100 miles a day.
We go from here all over back to the city dump here.
In a cruel irony, with gas at $5 a gallon, the family is spending more time on the road trying to make ends meet.
We work longer hours to make our budget. Everybody makes their ends meet some way or another.
Oil analysts say the Russian invasion of Ukraine, lockdowns lifting in China, and increased global demand are all factors. Refineries can't simply pump more oil. It takes time to boost reserves after 2020.
There's now, I think, 7 or 8 states that have an average that's above $5. And again, the country's not far behind. It's hard to see what's gonna kind of stop that. I think what'll stop it is we drive less.
For small businesses and everyday families, the focus now is on survival.
A million reasons why, right? So we can't do nothing about it. Hopefully it'll come back down so we can come down on the prices too.
Oh, we are all hoping that we're going to get relief, unfortunately.
We really are.
Soon. All right.
Well, the weekend definitely off to a beautiful start. Sunshine, temperatures in the high 70s out there right now.
Just gorgeous. And Paul is here with a look at what we can expect tonight and for the rest of the weekend.
Oh, it's going to be a great start to the weekend. It's the back half we have to talk about, but you can see here is our live Belle Isle Grand Prix Skycam, and I've been watching the cars practicing, doing their laps around the track all afternoon. It's just been great watching this down there, and what a day to watch it as well. Temps, as you mentioned, are just still holding in the mid to upper 70s. We have a nice little refreshing breeze from the west out there. Just a grand afternoon, and you can see nothing but severe clear all the way back across Lake Michigan, so we have no weather problems tonight, except it's going to get a little chilly. It's going to cool off fast with this dry air and the clear skies falling quickly through the 70s into the low 60s by the time you get to the late evening, midnight hours. Now, no problems tomorrow. We're going to have sunny to partly cloudy skies in the afternoon, but Sunday we do have some rain chances, so I'm going to break that down for you coming up in just a few minutes, guys. But don't forget, the Local Forecasters app is something that not only you should have, but you should especially have it on Sunday if you're going to be at the race. We have real-time radar. You can pan and zoom that map with your fingers. It is the best weather app in the nation. Just go to the App Store, search under WDIV, guys.
All right, thank you, Paul. We are getting a look at the man charged in connection with a deadly hit and run on Belle Isle earlier this week. 23-year-old Alexander Smith now facing 4 charges, including open murder and also leaving the scene of an accident causing death. Prosecutors saying he drove onto the beach at Belle Isle and hit 2 girls. 6-year-old Gadir Saleh died from her injuries. A not guilty plea was entered on his behalf. His attorney tried to get him out on bond. Prosecutors, though, they revealed that he made comments about being under demonic control during the crash. The judge also said she was concerned about public safety and kept Smith behind bars.
Beverly Winfrey lost her son to a deadly hit and run just as the coronavirus pandemic was starting in 2020. Investigators still haven't gotten the tip that they need to find out who's responsible. But Beverly isn't sitting around waiting for justice. Sean Lay shows us how she's keeping her son's case in the spotlight.
Never underestimate a mother's determination, working hard every day to make sure her son is not forgotten. And when she looks outside her front door every day, she sees this, her son on that billboard.
But sometimes coming out and seeing this billboard, it does hurt me.
It's hard for Beverly Winfrey to see her son every day when she steps out her front door.
He knows that his mom is out here trying to do the best to find out who did this to him.
Her son, Stephen Radcliffe, on this billboard at DeQuindra in Nevada.
He knows that his mom is on the job.
That job, finding the hit-and-run driver that killed Radcliffe March 17th of 2020. Losing her son was awful. The timing for an investigation couldn't have been worse.
He was killed on March the 17th. Governor Whitmer shut the state down on March the 18th.
But Winfrey didn't stay home. She worked her job as a nurse in a senior center. Then she would print out flyers, hold raffles to add to the reward money, and pay for this billboard. Bev, what keeps you going?
Knowing that somebody know what happened. You know, my son needs justice. I need to know, why did you just leave my son in the street like that?
The billboard is to the right of her home, to the left.
I can see the exact spot where he was hit at.
A mother's determination and her billboard so no one forgets her son.
It lets me know that I'm still on the race. I'm still out here. And I will be out here. He always knew that I'm a mother that's there for her kids. So whether it be in life or death, I'm here for my kids.
A mother's unending, undying determination here. There is evidence, if you look at your screen, to go on with this hit and run. It's a photo of the actual vehicle involved. It's a 2012 Ford Escape, according to police, and it also left its grill at the scene. You're asked to call Crime Stoppers if you can help. Beverly says her next job is to try to increase the reward money, and she says she is not ever giving up. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
I so hope somebody comes forward with information. Thank you, Sean. Well, the Michigan Supreme Court declines to hear appeals by Republican candidates for governor Perry Johnson, James Craig, and Michael Markey. This stems after they were disqualified from the ballot after their campaign petitions were marred by fraudulent signatures. The Secretary of State's office confirms today was the deadline to finalize the ballot.
Automaker Stellantis pleaded guilty today to cheating on government emissions testing. The Department of Justice now says they made false and misleading representations of the function of emissions control systems on more than 100,000 diesel vehicles. Today, Stellantis pled guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to defraud the U.S., commit wire fraud, and violate the Clean Air Act. In response, the automaker has agreed to pay nearly $300 million in criminal penalties.
A Flint man is arrested.
A Flint man is arrested after he was found outside the U.S. Capitol with a BB gun and body armor today. Investigators say 53-year-old Jerome Felipe parked his car. This was near the west side of the Capitol. They say the retired police officer from New York presented officers with a fake badge and also claimed that he was a criminal investigator. After a search, officers found the BB gun. They found 2 ballistic vests, several magazines, and ammunition there in his car. Felipe now facing several weapons charges.